Welcome Kasturians. In this video, we will discuss the concluding part of chapter 4, that is climate. We have already discussed about the western cyclonic disturbances as how they originate over the Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean, and the tropical cyclones that occur during the monsoon as well as in October November. They are part of the easterly flow. Now we will discuss about the Indian monsoon. Monsoons are seasonal winds that reverse the direction of their flow with the change of season. It is these monsoon winds that affect and influence the Indian climate strongly. The mechanism of Indian monsoon is affected by differential heating and cooling of land and water that creates low pressure area on land, while the sea experiences high pressure that we have already studied as high tide and low tide, land breeze and sea breeze. These are the phenomena which are related with differential heating and cooling of land. The shifting of intertropical convergence zone, that is referred to as ITCZ, over the Ganga plains during summers. These are some factors that are actually responsible for the mechanism of Indian monsoon. The intensity and position of high pressure areas towards the east of Madagascar at 20 degrees south latitude over Indian Ocean, it also affects the Indian monsoon. The Tibetan plateau, when it gets heated up in summers, a low pressure area is created over the plateau region, the Tibetan plateau, and the movement of the westerly jet stream, that is, the westerly means originating from west and going towards east, but the westerly jet stream, it actually originates from west and moves towards the north of the Himalayas, and the presence of tropical easterly jet stream over the peninsula during the summer, it affects the mechanism of Indian monsoon greatly. Now we will see the oscillatory winds from south. This southern oscillation indicates the withdrawal of monsoon and onset of the monsoon. The duration of monsoon season in India is between 100 to 120 days, that is from early June to mid of September. When it arrives, the rainfall pattern, it increases suddenly from normal and it continues constantly for several days. This is known as burst of monsoon. When it is normal rainfall, it is the onset of monsoon, but when it starts increasing continuously, this is known as the burst of monsoon, and it proceeds towards the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch, it reaches Mumbai about 10 days later, that is the 10th of June, and the Bay of Bengal branch advances rapidly and arrives in Assam in the first week of June. The withdrawal of monsoon, it begins in the northwestern states of India by early September. By mid of October, the monsoon withdraws completely from the northern part of the peninsula. By December, the monsoon retreats completely from rest of India. The four main seasons in India can be classified as the cold winter season, the hot summer season, the advancing monsoon season, and the retreating monsoon season. The cold winter season or the cold weather season begins from mid of November and continues to stay till February in northern parts of India. December and January being the coldest months in the northern part. In the summer season, it starts from March to May, and it is the hot weather season in India that ranges from March to May. Temperatures they reaches up to 48 degrees Celsius or more than that in northern parts of India. In the peninsular India, the temperature remains low due to moderating oceanic influence. Now we have the advancing monsoon season, that is the rainy season. In this, by the early June, the trade winds from the southern hemisphere, that is from the below, they get attracted towards the northern hemisphere due to a low pressure area created in the northern hemisphere. In the Ganga Valley, the rainfall decreases while moving from east to west. The Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat they get scanty rainfall during the advancing monsoon season or the rainy season. Now we have the transition season or the retreating or post monsoon season. It is during the months of October and November that the sun starts moving towards the south, and this causes the monsoon in the northern plains to become weaker, and by early November the low pressure conditions over the northwest India they get transformed and transferred towards the Bay of Bengal and causes cyclonic depressions. Monsoon basically creates a unifying bond as the climatic conditions they are very diverse in India due to location, extent and relief features, and these monsoon winds they bind the whole country as they are providing water to set the agricultural activities in motion throughout India. That's why monsoon is considered to be a unifying bond for the whole country or for the whole Indian subcontinent. That's all we have in this video. Thank you and have a nice day.